The poor cannot enter into heaven. Xiefeng. Translated by Treasure and edited by Care. This is a cruel reality because even Jesus Christ said, "It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God." We take it for granted that the kingdom of God belongs to the poor. However, after more than 10 years of harvesting the ripe crops, I have found that the poor cannot enter into heaven. The most distinctive feature of the poor is that they take, while that of the rich is that they give. A person who takes constantly is continuously sinning, accumulating debt, and digging deeper into debt. According to the law of the gravitation of life and the rules of the sum of positive and negative energies always equal zero, the poor will have to stay within the 6 great divisions in the wheel of karma without any hope of entering heaven. Heaven belongs to the rich and hell belongs to the poor. This fact sounds so miserable that I feel unkind saying it or even thinking it. It is the same as putting a knife into the hearts of the poor as their blood pours out. However, not telling the truth would mean that I, Xiefeng, am a big liar. And as those who conceal the truth would certainly go straight to hell, so who are the rich and who are the poor? Those who give wealth to others, to society, and to nature without incurring debts are rich, but those who constantly take from others, from society, and from nature while incurring debts are poor. What is wealth? What others, society, and nature need is wealth. Wealth is defined as soul wealth, spiritual wealth, and material wealth. All that can bring others' minds peace, serenity, and calmness are soul wealth. All that can encourage and cheer others on, or that can bring them passionate enthusiasm of life are spiritual wealth, and all that can offer the conveniences of food, clothing, shelter, transportation, birth, aging, illness, and death are material wealth. As long as you owe a debt and continue to take, you will be among the poor, but as long as you are not in debt and continue to give, you will be among the rich. Debt contains 3 aspects. Economic debt, to own others' money, including bank loans which have not been returned, to borrow others' things without returning them or to damage them without compensating their owners, to demolish others' houses without compensating their owners, to receive others' services or treats but not return or repay them, and so on are what we call economic debt. Emotional debt, care from grandparents, love and care received from childhood by our parents, concern and care from siblings, help from friends, relatives, and neighbors, guidance from superiors, and the cooperation of workmates, education and guidance from masters and teachers, care and consideration from lovers and spouses, special filial piety from children, and similar ties are all forms of emotional debt. Spiritual debt, the greatest Creator's grace, such as the enjoyment of the sun, the air, and the water, the pleasure to experience the splendid kaleidoscopic world, the spiritual teachings and the guidance of God, Buddha, celestial beings, and many saints and sages are all spiritual debts. Referring to the 3 types of debt above, you will easily know whether you are rich or poor, isa billionaire rich. This is hard to say. Is a farmer in a distant village poor? This is equally hard to say. A billionaire who is in debt and keeps taking is poor, but a farmer with no debts and who is able to give themselves to others, society, and nature is rich. There are many ways to devote oneself to others, society, and nature. Whether it is materialistically, intellectually, or ideologically, or spiritually, as long as they give to others, to society, and to nature, that is devotion and dedication. To give a sweet smile is devotion, as are making others happy and joyous, and bringing people hope and pleasure is devotion to society, and protecting nature from damage is devotion to nature. But the most valuable and significant of all types of giving is what Buddha Sakyamuni called formless almsgiving. In conclusion, those who have given more than they have taken will enter heaven. Those who have taken more than their share of blessings will go to hell. Those who have given equally to what they have taken will continue their reincarnations into the mortal world. Who can give and pay dedications and devotions effectively? Only the rich, so heaven is theirs. The poor have nothing to give or pay back for their poverty, so they cannot go to the heaven, but only fall toward reincarnating into the animal level. All the poor must awake and watch.